Hey, yo, what up? This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman, man. It's December 8th, 2024. Have a story of a very serious nature today. At about 6:30 p.m. Eastern, NBC News published a story on their website with the headline that read, Jay-Z accused in a civil lawsuit of graping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. I used the edited word. I'm still not sure of how YouTube works and the sensitivity to certain words and certain terms. But sexually assaulting a minor in the worst possible way is what Jay-Z is being accused of, along with Diddy, right? Um, they're claiming the claim is from an unknown. It's a Jane Doe, hasn't been identified, and allegedly this incident occurred after the 2000 MTV VMAs, which took place in New York and Radio City, I believe. We'll get into it, but Jay-Z vehemently denies this. Like if it, like denies like strongly, and we're gonna read his statement. It says that the federal lawsuit was originally filed in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Combs as a defendant, and then it was refiled Sunday today to include Jay-Z. The attorney at the helm of all this is Texas-based attorney Tony Busby. He filed the suit, and Busby is the one, if you remember, who set up that Diddy hotline and said that he had, I forgot, it was about 120 victims or something like that. But he set up the hotline for people to call in, and if they had any claims against Diddy, he would represent them. So this comes from this guy. He's based in Texas. I'm gonna put on the screen, and I'm gonna read Jay's statement, because it's interesting because this seems to come directly from him. This doesn't seem to be like, sometimes you get a statement that a lawyer helps you write up, or a PR person helps you write up. I mean, these seem to be Jay's words exactly, but I'll read it. He says, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer in quotation marks named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny will make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint and not a civil one. Whomever will commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. The lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. I have no idea how you come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I am more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My heartbreak is for my family. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities, again, celebrities in quotations, are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have a very strict code. We have very strict codes in honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only a network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiotic claims you have leveled against me. That, if not for the serious surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. you know, a very powerful statement. I try to avoid rumors and hearsay, and ever since the Diddy accusations and Diddy's arrest, there have been a lot of rumors and hearsay and speculation about who would be next, whose names would be named, who would come up in lawsuits, who would come up in court filings, things of that nature. And the Carters' names, Jay's name has been thrown around quite a bit, even to the degree that they also issued a warning to Piers Morgan, after he had Jaguar Wright on the show, and some claims were made. It seemed to be serious then that Jay isn't messing around, and it seems to want to fight this tooth and nail, which I get. I mean, this is damaging. One, and the part where he says, my heart and support goes out to true victims in the world. That there are victims of these crimes who have to face this every day. And so, with Jay claiming this to be false, as it appears to be, my opinion on it, and I'm trying to be objective. My opinion on it is I didn't believe it when I read it, and setting up a hotline for victims and just this guy's reputation is something, the lawyer, the Busby reputation is something that, just made me not believe it, but it all has to play out. So it looks like Jay is gonna fight this thing, and we'll see what's what, and we'll see how it will play out. But I don't know if I expected a statement like this. This was a very personal statement, and he seems intent on fighting this and hell-bent on fighting this, and I get it, because that's your name and your reputation, and if you did not commit these crimes, which is the most heinous of crimes that you could be accused of, yeah, he's fighting it. It's interesting. I don't have much more beyond that. Just wanted to report to y'all the news. I mean, we could talk about it in the comments and what y'all think. But yeah, this was a wild story that dropped on NBC News, and then about an hour later, a bombshell of a statement, and we'll have to see how it plays out. But until the next time, we'll talk again. Peace.